Recently, Dolicia Barry, a national of Saint Kitts and Nevis, represented our Twin Island Federation as contestant number 1 in the Miss Caribe Pageant in Cuba. And we are pleased to announce that she captured the crown, making her the first ever Saint Kitts and Nevis contestant to be crowned Miss Caribe. So welcome to the show, Dolicia.
Yes.
And congratulations on your victory.
Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
Doing Saint Kitts proud.
Yes. So what prompted you to enter the Miss Caribe competition? And am I saying it correctly? Is it Caribe or Caribe?
Miss Caribe. Caribe.
Caribe.
Oh.
Okay. Why did you enter this competition?
Sorry?
What prompted you to enter the competition?
Yes, so as most people would know, I'm not a stranger to pageantry. It's actually something I'm very passionate about. And although I was aware of Miss Caribe, I actually didn't have any intentions to enter in my pre-med year. Yes, I'm currently a pre-med student at 11. And so, although I didn't have any intentions to enter this year, I had intentions to enter sometime in my first year and second year. And so, however, when I reevaluated everything, and I said, I think that this year will be the best year to enter because it's going to be my least hectic year. And so, with the motivation from my ambassador and country.
All right, good.
Yes, I was motivated to enter this year, and so here I am.
All right.
Okay. So tell us, what was your preparation like? Because we know you captured the crown. We see it. Congratulations again. I also noticed that you captured 5 out of the 9 segments. You did great, girl. You go, girl. So tell us, what was the preparation like, since you said this will be your easiest year, and it's the year that you decided to enter?
Right. So preparations were so hectic. In general, preparing for a pageant is not easy. It takes a lot of discipline and hard work. You have to put in time. You have to be passionate about it in order to reach that goal. And so, of course, preparation is not easy in general. But preparing for a pageant here in Cuba, it's so much more difficult.
Okay.
And I'm talking about accessibility to items that you need. You know, just getting from one place to the next. Perhaps you need to get somewhere, transportation, you know, it's hard, it gets frustrating. As well as managing that with my studies. Of course, sometimes I got overwhelmed, but with the grace of God, I was able to get through. And it takes a lot of mental strength in order to get through such a tedious task.
Okay.
All right, you mentioned that you're no stranger to pageantry. What have you done previously? And as you mentioned, it was a challenge with your studies. What about the language? I'm going to assume that it was in Spanish.
Yes, not stranger to pageantry. In 2016, I was from Miss National Carnival Talented Team at the age of 15. And the following year, represented Saint Kitts and Nevis, Haynes-Smith. Then Miss Haynes-Smith, Carnival Talented Team pageant. And so, pageantry has always been something that I've been a part of. Even after winning the crown, I assisted with my team back home with other contestants. I've helped persons to, you know, fix their modeling. I've helped persons with talent. I've helped persons with speaking, speech, interview. And so this is something that I've done before. And in terms of the Spanish, adjusting to the Spanish, definitely it has been a challenge for sure.
Oh.
But like I said, it takes a lot of mental strength, and you have to be determined and disciplined in order to get over that barrier. Luckily, it's a Caribbean pageant, and so there wasn't any need, or like it wasn't mandatory for me to speak in Spanish for the interview or any other segment. So luckily, because I'm a Cuban student, I'm still learning. And so that was a plus for me.
Okay.
So, as I mentioned before, with all the excitement, because I love Queen Shoes, you won 5 out of the 9. Which was your favorite segment of the 5 that you won?
My favorite segment, that's so hard to choose because I really enjoy all segments.
Okay, nice. Oh, righty. I love it. I
don't know if I have a favorite segment, but if I had to choose, it would definitely be my talent. Because preparing for my talent, it was so amazing because I'm very passionate about music. So for my talent, I sang and I was accompanied by athlete Ambrose from Austin with the piano. And even during practices, it was so captivating for me. During practices, I felt the music and I felt the topic that was very intense. So I was very excited to show my talent.
Okay.
The topic of mental health. And how important it is for the children of see the sign that understand this is a very, very personal issue that we have been in a lot of us take mental health and schools.
Okay.
I was very excited to show that.
Okay, nice. So, what's your greatest takeaway from this experience?
My favorite takeaway. I learned so much. I learned so much throughout this pageant. I feel as though this pageant was the pageant that I learned most from in comparison to the other pageants that I've entered. Why? Because now I'm older and I get to understand and evaluate a lot of things that I experienced and that I've overcome. So my biggest takeaway, however, I think it would be determination. Because fun fact, the day before the pageant, I was actually stung by a scorpion. And it was nothing compared to nothing I've ever experienced, actually. I was fine when I was stung. Well, I was stung and the pain was unbearable. I never felt anything like that before. But afterwards, I was fine. Until later that evening when all the contestants were coming from the venue. We had a practice prior to the show, the night before the show, and when we were leaving the venue, I just started having this unbearable itching and burning of my skin, my hands, my legs. And I was fine up until then, but it was so unbearable. I had to be rushed to the hospital. I was bawling, I was crying. I couldn't take the itch. They had to hold my hand so I didn't scratch my skin. I got drugs for the itching, for the maybe allergic reaction, for the bite. And by that time I was drugged up. I was falling down because I couldn't, because the medication was like putting me to sleep, you know. So I was in pain, but I was so
one
sleepy.
of those that you shouldn't operate heavy machinery or drive.
Yes. Dolicia, can you let us know what is it that you are studying in Cuba?
Okay, so like I mentioned before, I am a student at the Latino American Escuela Okay, I'll say it in English. The Latin American School of Medicine.
Okay.
Here in Cuba, and I'm currently a pre-med student.
Okay.
But I will be pursuing my career. My scholarship is for medicine. So next year, I'll be starting my first year of medicine.
Okay.
We just had some charities, and as one of the ladies, she was appealing for someone to specialize with Crohn's disease and irritable bowel syndrome. Do you intend to specialize eventually, and what area or areas would you specialize in?
Yes, for sure. I want to specialize in gastroenterology.
Oh,
that's
nice.
Basically, the study of the disorders of the digestive system.
Yeah,
Something
nice.
I've always get.
Nice.
So you're actually fulfilling her request.
Oh, look at that.
So what prompted you to want to specialize in that area?
I have a few reasons, actually.
Okay.
At the age of 9 or 10, I was diagnosed with autoimmune hepatitis. And it was pretty much a challenge being treated because the doctors were unaware of what was happening to me. And so, luckily, with the grace of God, they were able to find out what happened, and I received my diagnosis. And so that was something that propelled me to want to specialize in certain things that are rare, certain things that we don't have, because it was a very traumatic experience. I was on the verge of losing my leg.
Oh, okay. Sorry to hear.
But,
glad you're still here.
Sorry?
I was saying sorry to hear, and I'm glad you're still here.
Yes, and so that was something that propelled me to want to specialize in gastroenterology.
Okay. I'm happy you're specializing.
So what you can do for us then, maybe you can Google on the web Touch of Love. That is the name of the organization that we just had with us before your segment, and they do specialize in group sessions and basically support for persons who do have these intestinal disorders. So yeah, that's exactly what she was requesting, and here you come.
Yes, I know.
What you would like to specialize in. So thank you so much for that.
So how has the transition been from Saint Kitts to Cuba? I know you're getting there with the language, and I can guarantee you by year end you'll be plenty or much, much better. You might even be fluent. So how has that transition been?
It has not been a bed of roses. I can tell you that. It's definitely a culture shock. Most definitely, because for someone coming from a place very different in so many different ways. You lived a certain type of life, and you have to dramatically change the way you live. Your lifestyle just completely takes a shift. And on top of that, you're learning a new language. You're learning Spanish in Spanish. You're surrounded by everyone speaking Spanish. And even those who don't speak Spanish, you still have to speak Spanish, because there are people from all over the world at my school. It's a very diverse school. And so the only means for communication then is Spanish. So as your countrymates or other English speakers. It's very different, from transportation to food to living conditions. It's quite a challenge. But like I said, I think the most important way that you can adapt to Cuba, you have to be mentally strong, and you have to pray. That's the only way to do it. You have to also look at the bigger picture. What am I here for? This is my goal, and so this is what I have to go through.
Love that advice.
So be it. But it's definitely been a challenge. But I'm adapting and I've been coping very well. The pageant is over, so that's one less stress gone away. Yeah, focusing on studies right now.
All right. So who forms part of your support system then? Because you mentioned that it's been tough. So do you call back home often? Who's on your support system?
Yes, of course, I have to. My family, my friends, they keep me safe.
Lovely, lovely.
My father, Abdul Barry, my mother, Dolicia Barry, my stepmom, Dolicia Barry. They are my support system. My family, my grandparents, my aunts, my cousins, my friends. They keep me grounded. They keep me safe.
You got a village.
Church members. They pray with me. They pray for me. Yes, for sure. There are different people who have, helped me financially. And also just giving me advice and how I could cope and how I could get through.
All right. So speaking of advice, what advice would you give to someone who is considering studying in Cuba? You just mentioned some of the challenges, the language, the culture, and what advice would you give to someone who is willing to take on this?
One word. Think long and hard.
That's more than one.
One phrase.
One phrase.
Hard.
Think long and hard.
I say that because a lot of people are not aware of what Cuba is about and what studying in Cuba is about.
Okay.
I know a lot of people just think about, it's a free scholarship. Not going to be in debt. This is a good opportunity. But you have to make sure that this is something that you can handle. Because like I said, it's not easy. On top of studying, it gets even more challenging. My advice, you have to make sure that this is what you want. This is a place that you want to come to. You have to research. You have to ask questions. You have to make sure that you're passionate about it. Because if you're not passionate about it, you're not going to do the best that you want to do. Passion, success comes with passion and wanting. You have to have a drive in order to achieve that goal. So I would definitely say make sure this is something that you want, and you have to do a lot of research, look into what life is about here, ask people who are currently here what they can reach out to me for sure. I would definitely give advice, sound advice. Yes, it's something that you have to think about. You have to make sure that you want to be here, and you can handle being here. For sure. But it's not all that. It's definitely a plus to learn a language.
Yes, of course.
A new culture and be surrounded with so many different people in them. So
Nice.
All right. So basically it has its challenges, but the end reward is what
is greater.
Yes. Is what you're looking forward to. So Dolicia, we want to thank you very much for sharing your experience with us on Good Morning SKN, and congratulations once again, and for making history, first competition. So thank you very much, my dear.
I want to know though, before we go, before we say all the thank you, what are some of the prizes you won?
Some of the prizes
that you won at the show,
Okay, so before I begin, this show is run by students for the most part, the Caribbean delegation at my school, and so it's not very easy to get certain gifts that we normally get at these big pageants or whatever. And considering where we are, the gifts were very nice. I got one gift spotting, so
Oh, nice.
massage
Okay.
to get a pedicure and all this stuff.
Okay,
I got
lovely.
a very cute mug with a picture of all of the contestants.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, that's nice.
I really love it. Yes, I got a perfume set.
Oh.
I got some other knickknacks and stuff that I really, really, really love.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so all in all,
Yes.
the experience was the major, that the major thing that you would value, I would assume.
Yes, for sure.
All right. So thank you
Yes,
very
it
much,
was something.
Dolicia.
It was really something.
Yes, indeed.
It's bad and it had its good, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I'm so happy that I did allow that incident
Yeah.
with the scorpion bite to
stop you.
Stop you.
Like, I was
Yes.
able to push through,
Yeah.
Yes.
through the pain, and I'm
That
content
experience.
now that I
Yes.
did it, because I feel like I would have regretted making
Not
that
doing it,
decision.
right? So it
Yes,
basically.
but nothing